Okay, welcome to my series Take a Bite, and today we're gonna take a bite of Japanese snacks. This is only because of the fact that me and my sisters and my mom went to Mitsuwa. If you live in San Diego, it's in the Convoy area. What I have today is apple juice. Seems like, oh, you could get that in like the US, but it does taste different. Trust, just be patient. I have pretz. This is the lightly salted. I have macadamia, and these are mochi, and I don't know what it is. It's either red bean or chocolate. I don't read Japanese. These are my favorite snacks that I can find at Mitsuwa. So they might be a little basic, but I guess that means I'm a little basic, so that's okay. First, we're gonna start with apple juice. This brand has orange juice as well, and I think grape juice. Let's crack her open. Smell really sweet, kind of like apple Jolly Rancher. Wow, I haven't had this in a long time. It is one of my top faves. The first time I tried this apple juice was when my sister, she's in high school now, when we first moved there, she was pretty young. She was like a toddler. Of course, we got her apple juice. Around that age, me and my brother would kind of like try her snacks or try her drinks, especially just moving to Japan. We tried this and it was so bomb. It literally tastes like candy. Love this. This is one of my favorites. Let's backtrack just a little bit and give some context. I grew up in San Diego till I was about 7th grade. I was about like 12. And then I moved to Japan the middle of 7th grade, or like the end-ish. My dad's in the military, so this was our big move. And it definitely was a hard move for me because before that we didn't really move, thankfully. I know there's other military kids who move a lot, but this was our basically big move that we had. It kind of hit me pretty hard because I grew up with everyone, like all my friends. I went to the same school. Even though I was in middle school, my school was a K-8 school, so a lot of people I knew since kindergarten or 1st grade all the way up until I moved. It was kind of sad, but I definitely tried to engulf myself into a new setting, even though I definitely did hate it at first. Like I said, I moved there when I was in 7th grade, and I was living there all the way up until I graduated high school. Let's move on to the next snack, pretz. Pretz is honestly so good. Like, let's crack her open. If you know what Pocky is, this is like the savory version, basically. It's literally like pretzels, bro. Pretz. Takes me back. Right here, description. Experience Japan's famous umami flavors blended with the deep broth and rock salt. Literally what it tastes like. Where we lived, which was on a like Americanized base, they offered camps with like MWR. Growing up, me and my brother had a lot of energy, so during the summers my mom would always put us in some type of sport or activities, and this specific year we went on camps. The camp we went on, it was the Bay Water Sports or something like that, where we got to like kayak and what is it called when you stand on like the surfboard and you paddle. Got to do the tubing, which was really cool. And there was like little jellyfish in there in that like in the area, so we learned how like we could pick them up. We were not supposed to pick them up, but we're a bunch of kids, you know. So, but yes, it was our last day. We had went on a little field trip basically to a nearby island, and we were on our way back. We were tubing, and I was so hungry. The staff, they actually had this. They're like, oh no, you can have some. I had this and I was like, wow. You know when you're hungry and you're in like doing like something with water, especially in the summer, and you're like swimming and all that, anything you eat after that tastes so delectable, so delicious, so savory, so oh my gosh. And this was it. And after that, I would always get it. But this is super nostalgic for me. Super good. A lot of the camps and everything really helped for me and my brother to become more involved in the community in terms of like being open to the fact that we lived in Japan now instead of San Diego. This is all we knew. San Diego is all we knew. So going over there, I remember my first impression. We were on the bus from the airport, and I remember looking out the window and seeing the signs that I couldn't read. I was just like, dang. I felt like Karate Kid, the one with Jaden Smith. But I was just like, man, like I can't believe we really live in Japan now. We moved there around April, so that's kind of like rainy season over there, and it was cloudy, and I was like, oh, like it's so ugly here, moving from sunny San Diego to this freaking cloudy place. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. I remember seeing my middle school for the first time, and it looked like a jail to me, and I was just like, geez. I ended up growing to love it. I started to see things in a different perspective. The fact that I had this opportunity that not a lot of people had, not a lot of my friends had, and I was gonna take the opportunity by the end, run with it basically, and just kind of be full-fledged into that culture as much as I can. Kind of scary, you know, especially like what, you're 7th grade, but it definitely opened up to the possibility that there was more out there. And looking back at it now, it opened up my perspective. There's beauty in everything, even though it might not feel like it at the moment. You're gonna look back at it, you're gonna look back at those moments and be like, dang, I can't believe this happened, or I can't believe like this. I wouldn't take back that experience of living in Japan for anything. Next up is macadamia. They have another one called almond, I think, and it's literally the same thing, just with almonds in it, but I love the macadamia one. This is what she looks like inside. This is her. I love these. This is definitely like milk chocolate, which I'm not a really big fan of milk chocolate, but oh my goodness. Japanese flavors are just so much better than American. Like milk chocolate is so much better there. Vanilla is so much better there. Dark chocolate's good anywhere. When I first tried this snack, I was in middle school. Cause girl, literally says macadamia. I think this was one of the first ones I tried because I knew for the fact it was chocolate with nut inside. I'm telling you, like, I definitely was not a daredevil when I first went there. But as the time went on, I definitely tried to get out of my comfort zone. But if I go back, I would be down to anything. Or I think so at least. Growing up in Japan, I had the pleasure of actually traveling around a lot just because of the fact that once I got into high school, I was a 3-season athlete. I'm not trying to brag. I am not the most athletic person in the world. I did volleyball, soccer, and basketball. I played basketball before I moved. I never played volleyball, and honestly, I kind of sucked. Soccer, and it just came easy to me with the footwork, but I was defense. I was a sweeper, and I wish I could be like all crazy with the ball and like, you know, make some crazy ass plays, but I just didn't have that IQ or footwork. I was gifted enough to be able to travel around because we would have away games at the other bases. Like I've traveled to like the north part. I lived in like Tokyo area, and then I went all the way down the southern part, and then even made my way all the way to Okinawa. I even was able to go to Korea for a tournament. All of these places I went because of a tournament, which I am so grateful I got the opportunity to do these things, because I feel like growing up I was a very deep thinker, or an overthinker, whatever one you want to pick, I guess. Being in a different culture like that helped me understand that there's a difference between being alone and being lonely, and I'm okay with being alone. I'm okay with my own company. Bro, this was in high school. Of course, yeah, it's gonna hurt now and then. And it did hurt now and then, but like, I was doing the things I wanted to do, and hashtag thought daughter. Moving on to the last snack. I feel like I'm yapping way too much. So this is mochi. This I never had in Japan. I mean, I had it like, you know, from a little shop or something more fresh. I had this one, I think it's the chocolate one, recently, and oh my gosh, I love chocolate, and girl, mochi chocolate, like candy like this, is so freaking bomb. Okay, let's open her up. Oh, see, it comes in 4s. This is what she looks like. She comes with a little stick and then has the little mochi. Aren't they so cute? This is my hand comparison. Let's see which kind they are, because I'm not sure. I love mochi though. It's so good. If I go back, I want to go to that place that have that like the fresh mochi, and they like pound it. I heard that a girl actually, like, because you know there's one person who hammers it down and another person who grabs and folds it basically. And I guess it was a girl who like grabbing and folding it, she got smashed by like the hammer thing because they have to go with the rhythm. But if you can't keep up, you can't keep up, I guess. But I'd like to try that. She is. You can have that. Now it's me. Just chocolate. They're so good. Like, I just love them. And I'm gonna tell you, take all these snacks with a grain of salt. If you don't like it, they're not your taste, you don't like apple juice, you don't like chocolate, then I'm sorry. Don't yuck my yum. I won't yuck your yum. After reminiscing of my time in Japan, like moving there, how it felt, just all the little things, man. Like, I remember just going off base with my family, just like exploring. Japan welcomed me when I definitely needed it, and I think that's why it'll always have a special place in my heart. But would I go back? Hell yeah I would, because I have to go back. Like, I have to climb Mount Fuji. I never did that when I was there, and they always say that Mount Fuji, or the spirit of Mount Fuji, is gonna call you back to Japan because you need to do that. You need to climb Mount Fuji. So I need to climb Mount Fuji, and I need to show my fiance Japan through my eyes. I was literally talking about this with my cousin the other day, and I would love to show my fiance Japan through my eyes, but then also explore parts that I didn't really get to explore with him. I think that'd be so awesome. Thank you if you stayed and watched this long. I hope I introduced you to some snacks that you've seen and never tried or anything like that. If you don't like them, I'm sorry, but I hope you do like them. See you guys on the flip side. Boom.